What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again today, and I told you I'd get the board out for this one. And I apologize once again for the board just not being as prevalent this season. I've had little time with college to get videos out, and so I've just been trying to get videos out rather than doing extra setup and stuff like that, just so I can get them out and move on to the next thing. Speaking of which, stay tuned for tomorrow. There might be a special video coming up if I can get it out in time, but it will be coming soon, and it's not going to be a BFR, so that's how you know you want to stick around for it. Game 13 against the Florida Panthers in Florida at noon. I was at work. I did not watch this game live until after I came home from work around 5:30 p.m. It was November 12th, the day after my birthday. The score ends up being 4-3 for Florida as the Hawks cannot win back-to-back games. They dropped to 5-8-0. Reese Johnson, Boris Kachuk, and Nikita Zaitsev were all in place of the injured Andreas Athanasiou, Jared Tenorti, and Taylor Hall. Shots were 32-26 Florida, hits were 21-15 Florida, and faceoffs 32-23 Florida. Power play, Chicago goes 0 for 3, Florida 2 for 4. Soderblom saves 28 out of 32, Bobrovsky saves 23 out of 26. You go to the first period. 39 seconds in, 19-21, Florida tic-tac-toe open net goal for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. His fourth of the season, his career is revived in Florida from Reinhart and Rodriguez to make it 1-1. 16:50, Florida penalty to Forsling for tripping, which would be killed. Also, Bennett was back. This was his second game back. He wasn't there for the previous game against the Hawks, and now he is back from injury. And Florida has not lost since they lost to the Hawks in Chicago on that day. 12:56, it's a great play, and Jason Dickinson ends up getting the one-timer goal right in front of the net. Second of the season from Reichel, who gets his second assist, second point, and Murphy to make it 1-1. Lundell has a chance that's saved, and then 8:23, there's a Chicago penalty to Bedard for holding the stick. And I wrote down there, what the heck, except not heck, I wrote with double H-E, double hockey sticks, is that? That was, I can't even describe the officiating that went on during this game. Bedard not only never held the stick, he got hooked in the stick, and the stick went flying as he was bursted at speed away from the guy. And the stick goes flying. I'm not sure how you hold the stick and it goes flying behind you, but, that's just the way it worked. I couldn't believe that call. And the officials make the Hawks pay about 17 seconds later at 8:06. Florida deflection power play goal. Sam Reinhart with his 10th of the season from Kachuk and Ekman-Larsson to make it 2-1. Reinhart had hell of a game. I could say hell of a game, but I couldn't say, I said what the hell is that? That's what I said for the previous one. Radish has a chance that's saved. Mahura shoots wide. 2:06, Florida has a goal from Uvis Veliscus. And that goal, and before they'd even have to review it, they disallowed it immediately, and they judged that Reinhart had a goaltender interference. So, moving on from that, 55.2 seconds left in the period, it happens. Top shelf goal, bar down, Connor Bedard off a steal right in front of the net. What a shot, 8th of the season, unassisted to make it 2-2. That was I wrote there just, wow, just incredible goal from Connor Bedard. We go to the second period where Reinhart hits the post right off the bat. 13 minutes, exactly, Florida, it goes off the back of Soderblom. Sam Reinhart with the second of the game, 11th of the season from Forsling and Rodriguez to make it 3-2 as Florida reclaims the lead. Entwistle has a big hit on Mahura, which I'm surprised wasn't a penalty. And then Korchinski got laid out by, I think it might have been Barkov, or I don't know who it was. But somehow that wasn't a penalty either. Barkov hits the post, and then at 11:42, it's another fantastic shot on a breakaway. Connor Bedard with his second goal of the game, 9th of the season from Seth Jones to make it 3-3. 9 goals in 13 games for a rookie. He is now on pace for over 50. Chicago fans, I would be getting incredibly excited for this guy if I were you. He is a rookie. He is not even in his prime yet. And that's from Seth Jones to make it 3-3 as he ties the game up for the second time and third time for the Hawks have tied it up. Barkov shoots wide. Bedard to Kurashev is saved. 8:47, Florida penalty to Bennett for hooking, which would be killed. Kulikov had a massive hit on Bedard. Foligno goes after him, and then for whatever reason, Kachuk kind of went after Bedard and started checking him, and somehow at the end of that, at 5:15, it's a Chicago penalty to Foligno. Not one, but 2 minor penalties for hooking and roughing. Not only was there no hooking, I rewatched the play. There was no hooking on the play whatsoever. Roughing, I completely understood the roughing. He roughed up Kulikov. Kachuk didn't get a penalty. Kulikov didn't get a penalty. I didn't think It was I don't think it was technically a penalty. Bedard turned very late, so I think it was a clean hit. But it should have been at least 4-on-4 for roughing. Like you got a double minor for no reason. I don't know. 126 Florida penalty to Bennett for tripping, which would be killed. So it was 4-on-4 for 11 seconds and 5-on-4 for 149 going, and then the Hawks would start in the power play for 34 seconds going into the third. They killed off the 4-minute power play, and they couldn't score on their own. Third period, 18:30, Chicago penalty to Dickinson for interference, which was, it wasn't even killed because I just wrote down, oh my god, because that's how bad, that's what I witnessed in front of my eyes. That was the third call that I was like, what the heck is going on here? This is absolutely dog doo-doo. And I'm not gonna swear on camera. I always try not to. I've only done it twice. Don't go back and find those videos. I try not to. But at 17-16, Florida gets the winner on a power play, rebound, open net goal. Carter Verhaeghe, 6th of the season from Reinhardt and Kachuk to make it 4-3. Rodriguez, and then after that, Florida controlled the game. Rodriguez and Barkov were throwing chances at the net, and they both collided. Florida scrambled in front of the net. And then Stenlund hits Donato in the face with a stick. Donato is on the ice. He gets it back up real quick, looks at the ref, and is like, I'm pretty sure he mouthed the words "F you" because I can't excuse this. Usually, if I say like, okay, you missed one call, okay, whatever. This is 6 missed calls. I mean, one of them was missed for Florida. The other 5 were for Chicago. What the heck? What the heck is going on here? No one. This is what I don't like about the NHL. There is no accountability by refs. They don't go in front of the media. NBA, I know, has that, where there's a thing where refs can go in front of the media and explain why they made the certain calls. NHL needs to do this. The NHL will protect the refs as far as they live, and they don't deserve that protection. They deserve to be swindled. It's frustrating. Soderblom's pulled at 2 minutes, and the Hawks pressure late. Bobrovsky stands tall, and at Hawks timeout with 5.3 seconds left. In the offensive zone, they can't get the puck on net, and that concluded the game as Chicago fails to win back-to-back for a while. Fails to win back-to-back games this season, I should say. So you had 2 goals alone caused by officials. One taken away by officials for Florida. I mean, it was goaltender interference, but still. 6 bad calls, whether it was called or no call, in a game that Chicago probably shouldn't have won. Florida outplayed them, but still. Taking a look at the standings, now that that's here. Edmonton fired their head coach, Jay Woodcroft. San Jose won 2 games since I'm pretty sure we last had the board. Rooting for Arizona to pass St. Louis. Wouldn't it be funny if Chicago's 3 biggest rivals were all down here, St. Louis, Minnesota, and Nashville. Florida's won 5 in a row. Vancouver's played excellent. Rangers are on a roll. Devils are slowly going down. Pittsburgh's making their way up. The Islanders and Columbus are falling. And Tampa's fallen as well. But yeah, that's going to be all I have for you guys in this one. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.